Should we start with Portia News? Because I was just watching that episode and it gave me Michael Jackson. Do you remember the time? Do you, do you know why?
Why? Yes. Okay. I'm trying to think. What do you remember, girl? Yeah, I got it. I was trying to put it in my head, and I was like, I got it.
Oh,
But wait, y'all! Happy New Year! This is our first pop roast of 2022. Yeah, we're celebrating our fourth year doing this.
our fourth year doing this, and our second year of your channel, just hitting 11,000 subscribers. All right, I saw that Housewives video hit 10,000 like that.
Yeah,
they're not just empty numbers. They're watching.
Yeah, I'm so happy about that. Yeah, my 2-year anniversary would be March 16th, I think. Yeah.
We'll have to do something special.
Yeah, but I guess we can get to the mess. I guess you want to start with Portia. We can. I mean,
well, you know I love to open with a little ditty. Now that I'm looking at it at, what are we, episode 4, it's been good. Episode 5, it's been good. I have to say, Portia isn't the star. Like half the episode, Portia is never there. I mean, we barely see her and Simon, but Dennis stepped up to the plate and said, I have arrived, and the spotlight is on me. I don't know. I know Dennis is frustrated and confused because he's like, now I was supposed to see Portia, but I keep having to hash out old drama with flunkies we don't know and don't care about. I mean, they are basically the candy-coated team, and we make fun of Karma and Don Juan, but we don't follow the story of their lives.
Exactly. Like this is Portia's minions, basically. And in the next episode, there's a sneak peek where the producer was like, y'all just gonna pretend that fight just never happened. And it's because it was Portia's fault that it happened and nobody wanted to talk about it because they didn't want to throw their paycheck under the bus.
And Portia was giving full fist. I mean, she should box. She should do celebrity boxing. I was impressed.
I definitely rewind the video like maybe 10, 12, 13 times just to make sure I was seeing whose fault was it?
And a special, F you to Bravo for giving us that crappy camera angle. I know you have better footage, but you barely gave it to us. You gave us a little bop, then you took it right back. Go on and show us the full fight.
So it looks like Portia lunged at Mama Gina, and then all Dennis was doing was like blocking her. Or maybe pushed her to the side, but that's what triggered Portia to start swinging at Dennis. Because I was like, is she really like bucking at his mom?
I would believe it.
Wow. And then you see everybody jumping in, like you see Lauren on the side. I think you see Storm on that side. This is the only Storm I acknowledge. I wonder what that girl's real name is.
Oh, I watched her video that she dropped after the episode, and it was so rambling and pointless. Like I had to try to take notes, and I was like, ain't nothing here to write down. None of your stories seems plausible.
Those are some serious allegations, and if I was Dennis, I would definitely like sue her for defamation.
The whole video just seemed very specious to me, and I wondered why. And you say you don't want to be on television? Girl, boom.
She was looking for a moment, and I heard the pictures that she posted was pictures that wasn't even related to the fight. Someone said it was her ex or something that did that to her, not Dennis. I do believe that her and Dennis messed around, though. They're just not going to say that.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. Dennis and this family seem to be on similar rotations. And to prevent Portia's embarrassment, they're not going to say anything. But she has way too many feelings about him and getting fired from some restaurant job. It's not like you got fired from the Fontainebleau and you were making $120,000 a year. Girl, that job wasn't nothing to lose. And you was probably only doing 2 shifts anyway.
It was just wild that she called him a pedo Like when she said, I was messing with him at 18, 19. I mean, yes, he's a creep, but just to throw that allegation out, that I don't know, it's very candy. Like when they tried to say like what I'm trying not to say that word, but what Todd and Candy
We're
did.
putting stuff in people's drinks and taking them home. Yeah,
Right.
that's those allegations you don't play with.
Right. Would you want a season 2 of Portia's Family Matters?
I mean, if Portia wasn't going to be on it, I think that Dennis could get a spinoff, but I don't think we really need. I'd love to see the adventures of Dennis and Pilar, a swinging bachelor trying to find a new wife in Atlanta.
It's just crazy how they made Dennis like out to be the good guy in this situation. It's really jarring because we used to roast him all the time, like watching Housewives.
I don't think it's necessarily Dennis showing us that he's the good guy. I think it's Portia showing us who she is. We're seeing that Portia is still very interested in Dennis. And I'm believing this whole season is she went out and got Simon. And then she called Dennis and said, look, let's act like I'm going to marry him. We're going to buy a house, the whole 9 yards. Maybe she got that house with her own money, because Portia and Simon just bought a new $7 million home that's supposed to be beautiful. Although, you know, I don't trust her taste, but it's got to be better than Gabrissi's.
Since we're in the Bravo universe, this was a hot topic around New Year's. And this was when Andy Cohen was on CNN. Like, it's still a news network, but they were showing like the ball drop. And he completely went off on Mayor de Blasio. Like, you saw the rant, right?
No.
Oh, so yeah, he went off like when I guess the ball dropped. He was like, yeah, and here's something, de Blasio, you did this. Like he was reading de Blasio, and then Anderson Cooper, he's like trying to like hold him back and tell him to be quiet. He didn't. Andy was clearly drunk. His eyes was just wonking from side to side as he was just coming after de Blasio. And then afterward, it was rumored that CNN fired him for for next year's ball drop. And then like a representative came out from CNN saying he's not fired, but he was reprimanded or something like that.
I have, the one good thing about COVID is we don't have to pretend that Andy Cohen is cute anymore. Life's too short. So therefore, I don't have to pay attention to him. I have set myself free. Unless I have to look at him and follow his eye around at a reunion, I am unshackled. I can dance.
Not Mary.
I don't want to pay him. I don't want to pay him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we should really replace Andy Cohen with Carlos King. Like, bring him back to Bravo.
No. Carlos King was the one that put out those allegations about Candy and Todd. I don't trust Carlos King and his ankles. I don't trust either of them. Get him. He always got an exposed ankle whenever he hosts something. He can never put on a sock. Don't trust a man who can't put on a sock, because that means he can't wash his drawers.
I guess I didn't know that. Like, I just saw he was doing really well with the Love and Marriage Huntsville, and then we hear Monique is like, you know.
I was gonna say, bringing us back to the Bravo universe.
That's a good look for Monique. So now she's the focal point of, you know, her own show now.
And she can talk about Candace. I want her to be just as petty as they were, because Monique was half the plot line.
I know Candace is just seething somewhere that Monique is back on television. I know she is. And that'll be even more cutthroat if Candace didn't, like, you know, wasn't asked back. But we don't know who's coming back to Potomac yet.
Oh, I can't imagine the look on Candace's face. Chris, I hope you're going on vacation. Chris, her husband, he needs to leave, like, damn. Because you're going to take it out on him. They're going to get a divorce. She could very well cause her divorce with this announcement.
I think what would save her to be on the show next season is if she got pregnant. They would definitely want to follow that.
I wouldn't want to see it. I don't like to see irresponsible people make choices that can hurt others.
I mean, you watch Love and Hip Hop every week.
Well,
I
no,
mean,
it's family reunion now.
well, it's still toxic as fuck. Um, how many times have we seen like people getting pregnant for a plot line? So many.
I want Potomac to be above that.
You have high expectations for a lowbrow reality show.
I'm trying to think who's gotten pregnant for a plot line.
Erica Mena?
No, on the Atlanta franchise.
Oh.
Or any franchise of the Housewives. Anybody that had a baby, they seem to have wanted them.
Kim?
This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. We talk about BetterHelp a lot on this show, and this month we're discussing some of the stigmas around mental health. For example, some people think you should wait until things are unbearable to go to therapy, but that isn't true. You can have the tools to use before things come too bad, while you're in a situation, and to even see things coming down the road so you can miss out on the lows of life and more thoroughly enjoy the highs. People think therapy is for crazy people. No, it's for us. It is for us. This pandemic has proven mental and physical health are equal. It's okay for us to take care of our bodies and get our boosters. Why not better our brains? I know I've been going to therapy. I actually missed my appointment last week because I was enjoying a little time off. And it was so nice for her to just reach out and say, you know, Alexandra, I just want to make sure you're okay. And I'm going to drop in on you again to make sure that we get rescheduled. Like, these are therapists that really care and can really, truly give you tools. They've definitely helped me reframe some of my expectations in life.
And BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Give it a try and see why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp online therapy. Pop Roast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and our Pop Roast listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/roast. That's BetterHelp.com/roast.
No, that was securing the bag, not just a plot line. She had bigger aspirations.
You're right. Well, if Robin gets pregnant, she'll be getting pregnant for a plot line.
No, she'll be getting pregnant to make up to Juan that she blew all his money. That's a guilt baby.
Oh, have you seen Real Housewives of Miami? I just picked up the show and I'm loving it.
It is so hard for me to look at them. They are ugly and they all sound the same. And they are the ugliest pretty people I have ever seen. The first episode just dragged on.
Well,
I'm gonna give the second episode a shot. Maybe I need to do 2 at once, but ooh, that first episode did not do it for me. And just, I can't tell them apart. Everybody so similar, the same eyes, the same lips, the same makeup. And then all you see is boobs. Everybody's just boobs, boobs, boobs. I'm here for boobs, yay, boobs. But when that's all you see is just fish lips and boobs, I'm like, I can't tell you apart. You all sound the same. Half of your husbands are gay, but at least you're honest about it.
Well, that's what I thought about Miami season 1 through 3. This one, I can see what you're saying with like Lisa, Larsa, Alexia, and Marisol. But Gertie, she's beautiful. Like, she's Haitian. The friend of the show, Kiki. We got 2 Black girls on the show.
I saw Gertie. I liked Gertie. I didn't know if she was a friend of the show or not, but she was the only one I could recognize. Because remember, I've only seen the first one.
They brought back 5 people from the Real Housewives of Miami original. Like, it's the main cast member is Lisa, Alexia, and Larsa. And then Adriana, the one that bopped that other chick, the blonde chick. Mm-hmm. Remember her? And then Marisol, they're friends of.
Okay, I never saw seasons 1 through 3, so I missed the good fight. I know the one that's married to Martina is the brown-headed one. Everybody else is like that blonde mix.
Well, I also like Nicole because she's the successful version of Juan and Robin because they're like not married. They're just like in a partnership and they've been together for 5 years and they are rich, rich. And they're trying to sell their house for 40 million.
I would say, would it be worth 40 million to move? Because that's a palace.
Yeah, I'm wondering like where their money come from because he's just an attorney and she's an anesthesiologist. So I'm like, he must come from money. Some other things that happened. Did you see Saucy Santana? Did you see the sex tape that leaked? Or he came out and said it wasn't him, but it sure did look like him. And there was some creaming involved too. So I was like,
I always got to
right.
keep a blanket ready with you.
And then whoever that was in that video, they were taking it, like really taking it. And I was like, wow. Wow. But Saucy Santana came out and said that wasn't him. But it was crazy because it was like all over Twitter the same day that Betty White died. Rest in peace, by the way.
I know. Oh, you know what? That's why I didn't know, because I saw that, rolled my eyes. I was just like, I can't, like, so upset and irritated, and I couldn't even do it. So I missed all the news that day.
Yeah, like my friend sent me that and he was like, if I
That's not a friend. That's not a friend that would send you that.
No, but he told me that if I had to see it, you have to see it. But yeah, rest in peace to Betty White. Like, it just sucks. Like, her birthday was coming up, you know? And they had the article and everything in People magazine ready for that occasion. And I was like, damn. You watched the Golden Girls, right?
I watched the Golden Girls religiously. I could quote them. I have no words.
See, I was on Maddie's channel, like the panel, and we were talking about it. And, you know, I came out the closet and I said, I'd never seen an episode of the Golden Girls. And, you know, everybody was just like, oh my God, give me a gay pass back. Give it back. It just wasn't for me back then. Like, back then, like, I was 10 years old, 8 years old. I had nothing, like, interesting for me to watch. Even as a teenager, like, I just wasn't interested in that. I didn't get on Sex in the City until, like, season 6. So,
well, now that we're hitting their age and we'll have a lot more in common, you can watch it to know what to look forward to.
Excuse me. I had to bring this back just for a little bit. That was some shade.
She was like 51 when they did that show.
Wow.
It's like, it's not close, but it ain't that far.
And speaking of that, those ages, like, and just like that, like, they're now in that age range of the Golden Girls. I've been enjoying it so far. Have you?
I haven't seen the last episode. I saw the one when she was with Seema.
Okay, the next episode is pretty much Seema focused as well. Also, it came out that Chris Noth was supposed to be, Big was supposed to be in the season finale, and they cut him out.
They got him out like a man leaves Halle Berry, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah, they took his tequila deal. They took him off of Queen Latifah's show, The Equalizer. Like, everything's just tumbling down for him. I'm just like, damn it. Why he gotta be ain't shit? Like, now they took Big out of, like, the finale. Ugh. Like, people are just dropping like flies. Like, you know, rest in peace to Stanford, of course, but then, like, we don't have Samantha, now we don't have Big. Like, it's just a lot.
Well, at least we won't have to worry about them doing another season of it.
I kind of want a season 2, though. I hope it's not a one and done.
Are we just gonna follow them until it is like the Golden Girls?
Yeah. It's just crazy because every episode I get emotional because I'm just so attached to these characters. I'm just like, they're old now, like, and it's just everything's changing.
Yes, that's how I feel. I mean, look at us. We've got different apartments, different jobs. That's life. Life changes. Things happen.
I know, but, you know, I still wanted to see Samantha. I just really hate that Kim Cattrall hates her. hates her.
Yeah, our lives really have changed in 4 years.
So I was looking on Shade Room, and I haven't seen Jim Jones in the news in a long time. And for him to be in the news for this, it's pretty wild. So he said that, or well, first of all, he was on your favorite person's show,
Oh,
Angela
Yee.
Angela Yee, Lip Service. He told her that he learned how to French kiss from his mom, and they tried it out. Did he say that? I couldn't finish it.
Yes, he did. I will say it makes so much sense because when you go back and watch season 1 of Love and Hip Hop and see how Mama Jones would not let Chrissy near her son, and she was always driving a wedge between them. She loved it. She wrote a song about Chrissy called Psychotic Bitch.
I didn't know that was about her.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
So I think Mama Jones has always had a little too much affection for her child.
Is that like a reverse Oedipus complex?
Yes.
Oh my God. And then he said that she had him when he was 17, so she always treated him like a sibling rather than a mom.
Oh, so then it's like Joe and Melissa Gorga, where the sister wants to sleep with the brother.
Oh, Jesus. You mean Teresa, right?
Yeah, Teresa wants to sleep with Joe.
Oh, well, yeah, we definitely don't endorse incest on this podcast.
and speaking of, there is a literal father and son duo that is doing nude pictures together on OnlyFans. Brigitte Nielsen says, oh, well, nudity is just European. So that's just, people go to the nude beach with their parents over there. I'm like, okay.
They do an OnlyFans together?
An OnlyFans together. TMZ told me. No, come on now. You shouldn't have to ask.
Because I'm like, what? Oh my God. Yeah. They can leave that over there in Europe then. But yeah, he said, I think he came back out and said that he didn't mean he was actually kissing his mom. I'm not sure. I think he just said what he said.
Then tried to backpedal and pussy pop.
Exactly.
Sorry, he was popping his mom's pussy.
Oh my God.
In Never Gonna Happen news, Kanye West thinks he's headlining Coachella. Can we just stop pretending like we're not all staying home at this point? Can we just stop acting like we're not going to need to spend another 3 weeks in the house? Can we stop releasing movies in theaters? How many people going to go see the 355?
That reminds me, I need to pull my AMC stock. Yeah. Well, he is confirmed by her for Coachella, but it might happen. It may not. They already canceled the Grammys. No one's watching the Golden Globes this weekend. I think NBC even took it off their broadcasting.
Did they put it on Peacock? Peacock is NBC's trash can. They just be throwing anything in there. No, maybe not their trash can. It's their storage.
Oh, Lord. They're thinking about moving the Super Bowl because Dr. Dre already put so much money into it because they're having that huge halftime show. They're probably going to bring it to Florida because they don't even give a shit about anybody in Florida. They're canceling something else. Oh, they canceled Sundance too.
Well, yeah, all the in-person events.
Yeah, I know. Lisa Barlow's kind of mad about that.
Oh, yeah, because you can tell her finances are hanging on by a thread.
But someone did tell me that she really is the queen of Sundance. Like when they do parties and stuff for different studios, they go to her. So she's legit.
Okay, good for her. Otherwise, they will find out. Ask Jen Shah. As I was catching up with TV, I was also able to catch up with my favorite game, Best Fiends. We're at level 2486, 2,486 levels, and I'm still interested. I'm not playing. Actually, I am playing. And if you'd like to play, you can play along with me. My friend's code is 2025877. I really enjoy playing Best Fiends, not just when I'm watching reality TV and it gets a little boring, but also when I'm out waiting for somebody to show up to dinner. Or maybe I'm waiting in a long line at Walgreens and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to clock out and clock into fun. What I love most about Best Fiends is every level is different. Whether you have to reach up under a blocked cave and get your keys out, or you have to go on a mission to earn new slugs with new powers, and then those new powers open up new levels. Every month, it's a different puzzle theme. With thousands of levels, I've been playing this game for well over a year, and I've never gotten bored.
So yes, Best Fiends is the mobile puzzle game that anyone can download and play. Download Best Fiends free today on the App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R, Best Fiends. And I guess while we're in Salt Lake City, let's talk about the reunion that filmed the other day, and Mary Cosby was a no-show.
I am not surprised. She could not take being called to the carpet, and they have torn her up over her racist comments. And I'm sure that there's some more coming because the season ain't over yet.
Could you imagine being a Black person being read by white people about your prejudice? Wow. Shout out to Bondi Blue too. Like, I was just like, damn, you know what? You're right. I probably wouldn't show up either. What a coward. You know, like that ratty, matted wig wearing woman. Like, she did all this, all that chaos, said all that shit, and she can't even back it up. I mean, Jen Shaw came to the reunion, more so because she needs to, retain her attorneys. That's probably why she's doing that. But I'm glad that Mary has, put the nail in the coffin. She's not coming back season 3. They're starting filming season 3 because her court date, Jen Shaw, starts in March. So the cameras are gonna like, oh, let's start.
I realized, what if Meredith's private investigator was able to dig up something a little concrete on Mary's church?
Well, you think they beefing now? Because the alliances have been shuffling like left and right.
Well, a private investigator can be hired by anyone. They're just here for the check. And I could see somebody in the group asking, oh, who's your investigator? And then all of a sudden, Mary's business is in the street. So she's like, if I don't show up at the reunion, I won't have to face a full binder. You didn't really bring a full binder. I brought a full binder. Well, let's see. She saw how Monique came out and roasted Gabrice and Gabrici. She says, you know what? I might have a dirty dress or two in my closet. I think I'm going to leave my laundry at home.
I was disappointed in Meredith, though, like in that last episode where she was just like, well, I wouldn't say it was offensive, but I wouldn't say it. Oh, by the way, can I just say we have 2 very different Meredith impressions, and they both are like just hilarious. Like yours, please do yours, and I'm going to do mine.
I'm going to disengage from the situation. I need to tend to my son, Brooks. I can't, my family. You're just doing too much to hurt my family.
Well, Jen, I can just say I'm going to be disengaging right now because I don't want to be in this. Like, we have very different ones.
You capture the RoboCop part of her personality with that. It's so true. I'm getting the nasalness and you're getting the teeth gnash.
But yeah, I was so disappointed. I was like, really, bitch? Are you really gonna like condone what Mary's saying right now? Like, you hear this Asian woman saying what's offensive. Like, if a white person was trying to tell me, a Black person, what to be offended by, I would like erupt. Can you do your Lisa impression?
We got to get the tequila. We have to get the tequila. We're going to go through the drive-through. But, I am not responsible. I did not lie, Mary. I did not lie. I did not attack you. I did not attack you. She gets a little fingery.
I don't really know how to do Lisa. I don't do Lisa that much. Like,
Lisa's deep and husky. Like she's
well,
been smoking 4 packs of cigarettes and is malnourished because she survives off McNuggets.
well, I love she was.
I'm
I
sorry for
was
them kids. Them kids look malnourished, Lisa. Get them kids some vegetables. They look malnourished. I don't like to see malnourished kids on my TV. I thought it was a commercial where I had to send $1 a month.
I just like when she gives Jenny, hey baby gorgeous. Like, it's just so funny. I'm still looking forward to this reunion, just as long as it's 3 parts. They might need to deduct it to 2 since Mary didn't show up. Like, don't waste our time.
That is a fly in the ointment because she's actually showed her ass enough this season to where we want to put her feet to the fire at the reunion. Now everything's on Jen.
Yep.
And Jen really hasn't stirred the pot this season. Heather and Whitney are calm weather. And I mean, Meredith ain't been doing shit other than like her and Jen, and they're just never going to be friends, and Jen will be in jail.
Yeah, she like.
So they're going to need 2. They're going to need 2 new cast members next season.
Yeah. And I'm sure there is a non-self-hating Black woman in Utah somewhere that they could put on this show, and someone that doesn't break the law.
Oh,
Like somebody.
and also replace Jenny while you at it because her little sister wife storyline ain't been shit.
She has been stepping it up though when she came for Mary.
Finally, I will say that was a cute little moment. I was like, really? At this party, you gonna ham-fisted like that? I think production kind of said, look, you're gonna have to do something. We about to cut you to friend.
So did you see Jason Derulo, that video that he was walking through the Aria Hotel in Vegas? Someone was shouting, Usher, Usher. He then ran up on them and like, it was like a brawl. And Jason Derulo, he was throwing hands too. He had direct hits. Not the music, like the fist.
Jason Derulo, you devolved into a TikTok star. You need to be grateful somebody could look at you and at least think you is famous. Also, why does somebody calling you Usher upset you that much? If they were trying to insult you, don't let them get the goat. And if they really didn't know, who cares? You're still rich. You were able to replace your tooth after you fucked it up trying to eat corn on the cob.
He made $70,000 off of TikTok. One video.
Mm.
Right, exactly.
One day it will be us.
Yeah, one day. But I can't stand Jason Derulo. I think he's a cornball. He's the Wayne Brady of R&B.
No, Wayne Brady ain't. Why everybody always trying to hate on Wayne Brady?
Back in the day, Wayne Brady's that type of guy that would be shucking and jiving for white folks. Like Michigan J. Frog, that might as well be Wayne Brady.
What did he do? When did he do that?
Like back in the late 90s, I want to say he would always be that stereotypical safe Black man for white people. Like that non-threatening Black man. I could totally see him saying, hello, my baby, hello, my honey, hello, my hometown girl. Like I can really see him doing that. I don't know, like that's just what I get. But anyway, he was the one that got put in the cuffs. So he was walked out by security. I'm not sure if charges were pressed. Look, I would have definitely been delighted to call him Usher so he can run up on me. I'm not gonna fight back. You can knock me out. I'll see you in court. I will see you in court and that TikTok money will be mine. Look, I'll go viral for that. Oh, Jason Derulo hit me? Okay, I'll be in court, bandage right over my eye, a cast, crutches, everything.
Neck brace.
Neck brace as well. I just got the visual in my head. The thing is...
And I'm going to be pushing the wheelchair.
Right. We're going to run those pockets. Just because someone called you Usher.
I'm going to sue because now you can't work and you've caused me emotional distress and loss of income. Oh, yeah.
Yes, just like the Kool-Aid man. Oh, yeah. Yes, your pockets going to be ran. What else I wanted to say is, I would be more offended if somebody called me Jason Derulo. I was like, he's calling you Usher, someone that's like a better version of you. That's like if somebody called Ashanti Beyonce. You better take that compliment. Anywho.
I mean, because you could be like Michelle Williams. People asking, do you sing?
Oh Lord. Poor Michelle. Don't she is having a nice life right now. Do not.
Why is it that homophobic men always seem to pal around prisons? Kodak Black just got arrested for trespassing. Now you just got out. I think you just got let off parole, or you still might have a little anklet on. But why is it that you, who seem to hate the gays, want to be where the most booty is?
I haven't heard anything from Kodak Black about being homophobic. Did he come out like talking about Lil Boosie or something? Or
Oh, he said stuff in the past.
oh, okay. I mean, it's mostly been about women, so I wasn't sure, but yeah.
He's had some Little Nas X opinions.
Oh, what toxic rapper hasn't? I mean, they see this man thriving and successful and staying in the top 10. Yeah, I mean, I would be jealous too, I guess, if I was them. When I see him, he just reminds me of a gremlin, like a satanic gremlin. But yeah, Kodak Black is a Goosebumps character. Like he really just needs to go back into the closet with the other monsters. Oh, happy birthday to Blue Ivy. She is 10 years old and she took a picture next to Tina, Mama Tina, and she's almost her height. I was like, she is growing like Candy's daughter, Riley. Like, she
But
looks
Blue
grown.
has much more personality.
Now, see, don't talk about Blue. We don't do Blue.
No, I said Blue has much more personality than Riley.
Oh, okay. Those are facts. So we can't dispute facts over here on Pop Roast. So yeah, you're right.
And I said something nice about Blue, but Blue ain't done nothing to nobody. She ain't stolen nothing. So
And
congratulations.
she's the youngest to get a Grammy.
Really?
She has a Grammy before Nicki Minaj. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nicki fans. I couldn't help it.
I'm not sorry.
We talked about selling Tampa a while back, but now it's back in the headlines because DJ Envy of the Breakfast Club, he said something about like how he was just frustrated seeing that the Selling Sunset and Selling Tampa series was made by the same person, but you only see the white women selling houses, and on the black show, you don't see them selling any houses. And I can see that frustration. A lot of people were saying like, why aren't they selling houses? And that was like my main thing with the series. Like they only sold one house, and we didn't even see them close or see if they got the commission or not.
I am so with you. I remember we had a series, Love and Listings. Same thing, 2 seasons, not one house sold.
But they all came into the comments, like all the real estate women, and Sherelle too, who's like the head of Allure. She said they were selling homes, but they weren't these luxury homes, and the producers didn't get that. They were just more so focusing on the drama. So what I gather from that is they were selling normal houses, but you know, they were trying to get them to sell like into like the $1 million listing areas and stuff like that. So they didn't capture them selling basic houses.
Also, the price of a house in Tampa is not the same as the price of a house for the $1 million listing Selling Sunset. So you're not going to have as many $7 million houses. You ain't going to have a bunch of $40 million houses. You're going to have a lot more $1 million to $2 million homes. And that's what you're actually moving and making your bread and butter off of. And you're like, I don't know how well this season's going to go, or do I want to devote my time trying to find a client who wants a $7 million house in Tampa of all places? I was hoping that they would capture the regular, degular, and schmegular of the real estate industry, but I guess we just get to see some heifers in heels. And I'm fine with heifers in heels.
Heifers in heels. I love that title. My thing is, I think it's the producer's fault. It's not the lady's fault. If they are selling houses and they're just not showing it, I mean, that's that. But
also the thing is, when you're selling a house, it takes some a buyer to buy the house. If you're buying a $7 million house, do you want everyone to know your business or your address? No, I don't think so.
That's true. But all I really want is to see, because I've been watching Selling Sunset too, and it's actually entertaining. It's like The Hills, but with real estate involved. Like it's so catty and vapid. I'm in, you know? So I just want to see, these Black girls being bad bitches selling houses too. I think that's what we all want to see.
Well, we have hope with a new OWN show coming up called Ladies Who Live.
I saw that. They're going to be in Atlanta or Atlanta.
You know it. You know it. You know, I am going to finally go overseas this year, and I know I'm going to have to send off a few documents, and I don't want to have to spend a whole lot of time going to the post office. And I bet you if you've got a small business, you don't need to spend any more time at the post office because you're busy enough as it is. Stamps.com lets you print official postage right from your computer so you can spend less time at the post office and more time running your business or enjoying your life. Stamps.com saves you time, money, and stress. It gives you access to all post office and UPS shipping services right at your computer. Stamps.com has been indispensable for over 1 million businesses and gives you discounts you can't find anywhere else, like 40% off USPS and 76% off UPS. I know Stamps.com has let me use the post office and UPS shipping services right from the house. And it is so easy to just slap a label on a box, go downstairs, and let UPS worry about it. I remember when I was moving here and I had a lot of documents to deal with and a lot of things to send back and forth. The post office lines were out the door. Stamps.com has saved me personally a good 6 hours. And also 40% off USPS and 76% off UPS. You can't go wrong.
And all you need is a computer and a standard printer, no special supplies or equipment. And you'll be good to go to print official postage for any letter, any package, anywhere you want to send it. So save time and money this year with Stamps.com. Sign up with our promo code ROAST for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, free postage, and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click the microphone at the top of the page, and enter code ROAST.
Moniece Slaughter is expecting a baby.
Huh. Who's the father?
Oh, you know she gonna make us guess. I mean, at least it isn't teeny little fizzle pop.
Well, good for her. Is she taking care of her first child?
Who knows?
That was a real question. It was not shade, I promise.
That was a real answer. I mean, sometimes she has them. Sometimes the parents have them. Sometimes little fizzle pop has them. So, it's a village situation. So I can't tell you where that child resides. The grandparents gonna make sure it eats.
Okay. Well, congratulations to her. Maybe she'll be on Love and Hip Hop, like the reunion part 3 or whatever. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of clowns they could put together.
Oh, why does Bobby Lights have to be on every one?
I know, right?
Every time I look up, it's like, why do we have this sissy du jour?
Speaking
And if we gonna have you on, then where is your love or hip hop? Because you ain't got hit to first, so bring your man on.
Well, speaking of sissies, the sissies are fighting on that show. So you have Zell versus Jonathan, and it was annoying me with that topic that they were talking about. Like Zell was saying that, oh, y'all too gay for me. I really don't like gay guys like that.
And Zell, you were just as gay and still are when you came on this franchise. You think you walk around and exude masculinity? Bitch, please.
Like he's worried about what these other men on the trip think. And I'm like, do you really care what these clowns think? Jonathan was trying to say like, well, you telling me not to be proud to be gay is like me telling you shouldn't be proud to be Black. And then Zell took it as, oh, you can't be comparing Black to gay. In that instance, he had a point. Now, it's a different struggle, but it's the same thing as far as being proud of what you are. Like, I'm not about to conceal my blackness in front of white people, and I'm not about to conceal my gayness in front of straight people.
There we go.
Zell looks like a crocodile with those Jamie Foxx booty call braids. You remember Jamie Foxx in Booty Call, and he had those.
Oh God, yes. You know what? He looks like Jamie Foxx as Wanda.
He does. If Wanda was a gator.
Yes.
Like, he gets on my nerves so much. And then he's a stylist too.
With no style.
And his teeth are so spaced apart.
That's why he's so stupid. His thoughts escape before they can fully form through the gaps in his teeth.
Wow. Oh, there's some breaking news. So Ahmaud Arbery, his killers just got sentenced. Two of them got sentenced to life without parole, and the other one got sentenced to life with parole.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Shout out to Tasha K. She got an exclusive with Nene's, what do you even want to call that person? Nene's what?
Stud.
Nene's stud. Like, she got him saying like all like the bedroom business.
Why do we want to know the mating habits of a moose?
I don't know, but like, she is getting all the tea right now. You would think this is
an Oprah sit-down interview.
Yes, exactly.
And we get to address what goes on betwixt Nene's antlers.
To be fair, I mean, this guy was just in Nene's rotation, and now he's like blabbing everything. This is why, like, when you get to a certain level of fame, you come with non-disclosure. Like, if you want to go on a date with me, okay, here you go, sign this, and I will see you tomorrow at 5 p.m.
You can't sign a non-disclosure with somebody who has nothing to lose. What does he have to lose?
No,
he looks like he lives in his mama's house.
He does, but I'll sue your ass into oblivion.
And waste good money on lawyers when I know I ain't getting shit. You had already resigned yourself to a life of poverty.
I don't know. It just sucks, like, well, if you ever get to that level of fame, you got to worry about all this. Is this person going to kiss and tell or something like that? Like, what if Nene farted during sex? Like, he just going to tell everybody? Like, it's just stuff like that.
I'm sure he will in part 2 of the interview.
Well, shout out to her for getting that interview. I mean, he is really milking this for like 5 minutes.
That, I would say, is the worst thing you could run into, is somebody that thinks they're going to get on off of you.
Yes. Exactly.
He should have been focused about getting off. Also, Nene should have known better.
Right. But I think, she deserves to, be able to get it in whenever she wants. And, if you have a rotation and you choose one person you want to be booed up with, man, it is what it is. Sorry, thanks for playing, So I feel for Nene.
No, I think Nene could have picked better. I think she could have found a sissy who'd stay silent.
Right. I'm still trying to see, is like, that's a guy. I mean,
I'm sorry. If that's how he wants to identify, wonderful.
Yeah, exactly. I have no problem with addressing pronouns. I was just like, oh, okay, I see. I can't remember if we talked about this, but we got another sneak peek at Janet's documentary, and now it's like, it is must-see TV. Did we talk about that already?
Well, it sure can't be hearing TV.
No, but she's talking about everything. She's talking about the baby. She's talking about Michael and the allegations.
Wait, is she talking about both babies? Has she finally come clean
Both
about
babies.
the
Both babies. She's talking about that other baby. That's the one I was talking about. I forgot she had.
Oh, good.
I forgot she had a kid. Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
So she finally admitted it.
No, she didn't admit it. She's gonna address it finally. They have her in the studio fighting with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Like, I'm just wondering, how did Lifetime get the rights? Like, Netflix didn't get it. I heard HBO didn't get it because, what they tried to do to Michael with that Oprah special.
Ah.
But Amazon Prime didn't get it. I was like, Lifetime? Really?
Who owns Lifetime?
I don't know. I think Paramount or Viacom. I'm not sure. I want to say Viacom and CBS. Yeah, I don't know.
Let's see. Lifetime A&E. Let's see. It's a part of A&E Networks.
Well, this documentary was years in the making, so I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to come on at the end of the month. I think we should just do a special Pop Rose episode dedicated to that.
What will that sound like? Are we going to do it in Braille or all caption? I'm willing to do it, but we have to do it in the true spirit of the medium. But I could see her going with A&E because she wants that soft, respectable touch.
They're probably giving her full rights to it.
Exactly. They're like, you can edit out and put in whatever you want.
No surprises or anything like that. Shout out to Matty Rance because he was talking about that fateful day during that summer rain that y'all were out in while Janet was waiting on that little tiny stage, and how she brought kids on stage too. I was like, oh my God, here we go. I'm reliving this all over again. He's a little bit more forgiving.
Oh, I was pissed.
Yeah, he mentioned that. He said you were pissed. But he was just recounting the story, and I was like, yep, that's how it went. And I was like, I told y'all that she wasn't performing on that tiny ass stage in Harlem. But I digress. I can't wait to see it.
Oh my God.
Gucci Mane surprises Keisha Kaur with $1 million in cash. I saw that video too. Like, just gave her a box wrapped with $1 million cash in it. I mean, all it is basically, okay, we're going to put that in our joint bank account. I feel like at this point, it's just for show.
It is. It's like, oh, you don't have to go to the bank today, hun, because we know you're going to run through that in about 3 months.
Right. I mean, I'm not hating at all. I mean, that's a great gift, but it's just like,
does it really feel special if it's like, I already kind of had this, like you just went out to the car and brought it in the house?
If it was Gucci Mane, like gifting his best friend or his like childhood friend or something, or his mom with $1 million cash, I think it would have more weight to it. But you have somebody that you're married with, and y'all's income is basically together at that point.
Right, you're right. It's like there's not as much. This isn't affecting your life.
Right. What would you get with $1 million cash? Like if somebody gave you $1 million cash right now.
A safe place to hide it from the government.
Well, what would you purchase with it?
A house.
Just a house, okay.
A house with a hot tub. And I would lease a car, and then I would do a show about the car that I leased, so that way every year I could get a new one and write it off. And I just put the rest in like Bitcoin in the bank.
I'm trying to think, like, because I can't really get a house in New York because, I mean, they start at $1 million.
You could go to the Bronx.
Shout out to the Bronx. Ain't no hate there. I'm not going to say anything on that, but no.
They have some stuff in Queens, like suburban Queens, though.
I think I would just maybe upgrade to a nicer apartment. I don't know. Maybe I would buy some property in New Orleans or something, like anytime I want to go back home. Maybe I would do that.
I mean, you'd be able to live between places for a while.
I would probably buy somewhere in LA to live, bi-coastal, because that's what I always wanted to do, is live bi-coastal. You've heard me say this so many times. I said that I love New York and I would live here from May to December and then live January to April in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might do the 2-place split, but yeah, one, we have to find somebody to give us $1 million. But I agree with you. Shekinah Anderson has gone on a rant saying Tiny was never her friend and T.I. is half the reason she hates men. Wow. I just could never trust anyone with that nose. So I'm not surprised, Shekinah. But also you got out there and told their business. Why did you always have to be on live with loose lips? quiet as it's kept, Tiny was giving you signs and warnings during your little show together, but you could never really see what was going on because T.I. couldn't stand you.
I kind of felt that when she said he's half the reason she hates men. Like, damn, that's a lot of hatred for somebody you was like around like all the time.
Well, Tiny and T.I. and Shekinah used to have threesomes.
Oh.
You don't hang around them like that if you didn't. And I'm sorry, she was always next to Tiny.
So Denzel Washington responds to Ellen Pompeo saying he went ham on her on Grey's Anatomy's set. This just came out. I'm just really curious of what he had to say about it. Because you know he's an asshole in real life. Because I totally believe it. When asked about her comments, he replied, no, and claimed that he cannot recall clashing with Pompeo on set, with a slight grin as the interviewer noticed. But it's all good. So he's going to hit us with a Mary saying he don't remember.
I wouldn't argue with Ellen Pompeo because everybody's sick of her ass too. She's not even worth, Ellen Pompeo is a TV star. Denzel Washington is movie royalty. She's not worth his breath.
That's true.
Kings don't argue with peasants.
That's true, I guess, because, I mean, he just didn't even acknowledge. He was like, oh, really? I don't even remember that. No.
And he was there to direct the episode you were on, so he was brought in as your boss.
Damn. Well, what we do remember is Tristan having a baby on Khloe Kardashian. So we found out this past week that Tristan is indeed the father. Ain't that, I mean, of course he was.
I was gonna say he sure shot like Future.
And then he put out a public apology to Khloe Kardashian and sent his daughter Truth a dozen of roses.
Why does a 2-year-old need roses? She don't know them flowers as you're philandering. She just happy she got a half sister. You really want to do something for the girl? Actually get along with these baby mamas and start wearing condoms. Why don't you do that?
So he wrote in a letter, Khloe, you don't deserve this. You don't deserve the heartache and humiliation I've caused you.
Yes, she does, because she signs up for it every time. She wants it. She craves it. She needs it to feel whole.
You don't deserve the way I've treated you over the years. My actions certainly have not lined up with the way I view you. I have the utmost respect and love for you, regardless of what you may think. Again, I am so incredibly sorry.
Which model are you talking about? The 2018 model, the 2020 model, which model?
He just can't keep it in his pants. I mean, he's 30 years old. She's 37. I'll be 37 this year. I don't know. Like, why couldn't he had a good thing with the Kardashians? You got the exposure, but I want to say it's a sex addiction or something. Because he can't respect her like the way he keeps going out on her.
I think it's called anus shitness, and it's something that you're exposed to when you have a Y chromosome.
I mean, it's more contagious than the Omarion, it seems.
Right.
Just wow. You know, just had a whole baby and denied it too.
I mean, he did the same shit when he left his wife and got with Khloe, or previous baby mama.
Oh, he has a previous baby mama.
Yes, her name is Jordan something. She stays out of the fray and collects her check in peace. But yeah, everybody said Khloe's going to lose him how she got him. And she got him by flashing her pussy and buying him some fur. And as famous as she's supposed to have made him, where's his Skims deal? Where's his shoe deal? If you're gonna get with the Kardashians, you better get on their product line. You ain't, the only product you giving them is chilling.
So this brought out Lamar Odom. He posted under the headline of, Tristan apologizing to her. He's like, I truly wish nothing but the best for her. And I'm hoping we can reconnect and talk one day as friends. She is a good person and deserves the world. Lamar Odom, I mean, why is he in this right now? He don't have her number or nothing where he could just tell her that himself?
No, she got away from him without a breakup, baby.
That's true. I mean, that was one smart thing she did.
Yeah. I can't believe he used to date Taraji P. Henson before he fell in love with Khloe.
That was my story.
And Taraji dodged that bullet. That was a little Kim dodge.
Yeah, he said that he dated Taraji P. Henson. He left her because he fell in love with Khloe Kardashian. I don't know. Like, I'm just really glad Taraji dodged that bullet, I guess. I think Khloe Kardashian thinks that these cheating black men won't treat her like they treat their own black women, and she's surprised by that. I'm just being real. Like,
I can't disagree. She thought she was going to get white privilege. No.
like you ain't different. You ain't at all. You're just a hole of these men, a famous hole.
A hole and a check.
And also, when Tristan found out that the baby was his, he announced, "Today, paternity test results reveal that I fathered a child with Marilee Nichols." That's an interesting name. "I take full responsibility for my actions. Now that the paternity test has been established, I look forward to amicably raising our son. I sincerely apologize to everyone I've hurt or disappointed throughout this ordeal, both publicly and privately." Well, congratulations and happy birthday to that child.
I feel sorry for that kid.
I mean, clearly his mom is using that as a paycheck. Like, she wasn't going to, get in a bobo. She wanted that check for 18 years.
And his career's only going to last another 3.
Yeah. He said he was retiring this year.
Oh, to do what? Is he just going to fuck? Is he just retiring? He's like, I've got to get some more women pregnant. He's retiring to cheat on Khloe. He's made that his new career, and she'll finance it.
I wish I could retire at 30.
I wish I could retire now, but then I'd be bored.
Yeah.
Well, that is it for today's show, but we'll see you sooner than Monique sees Bravo.
And we'll see you sooner than Mary Cosby sees Bravo. Pretty much. Bye, Ashy.